Now, let's tell the front side from the back side of the fabric. Remove the crochet hook. The side facing you now is made up of lots of V shapes. This side is the front side of your fabric. Flip the fabric over. This side is made up of many small sections of yarn. And the yarn tail from the magic ring shows the back side of the fabric. During crocheting, keep the front side of the fabric facing you. Put the crochet hook back into the loop. If you notice this kind of bending, we need to flip the front side out like this. In the fifth round, 3 single crochet and 1 increase stitch make up one sequence. Repeat this sequence 6 times. After completing 6 sequences, the top will have 30 V shapes. In the first sequence, start with 3 single crochet. The first one. Pull the stitch marker to the left to leave enough space for inserting the hook. Move the stitch marker to the first stitch. The second one. The third one. Then make 1 increase stitch. First, make 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Then, make 1 more single crochet in the same insertion point. 1 increase stitch is completed. Looking from the top, there are 5 V shapes. The second sequence. 3 single crochet. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. Then make 1 increase stitch. First, crochet 1 single crochet. In the same insertion point, crochet another single crochet. The third sequence. 3 single crochet. The second one. The third one. Then make 1 increase stitch. First, make 1 single crochet. Then, make 1 more single crochet in the same insertion point. We crochet 3 sequences as a demonstration. You can refer to the crocheting method of these 3 sequences to finish the remaining 3 sequences on your own. The 5th round is done. There should be 30 top V shapes in total. Now, let's check the number of stitches. The stitch marker here is the first one, the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th and 19th, 20th and 21st, 22nd and 23rd, 24th and 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, the 29th. There should be 30 V-shapes. But there are only 29, which means one stitch was missed. Now, let's find the mistake. What we see is the front side of the fabric. The front side of the fabric is made up of many V-shapes. 3 V-shapes represent 3 single crochet. Then here is a wider V-shape. After checking, you'll find there are 2 single crochet. This means it's a single crochet increase. 3 single crochet and 1 single crochet increase make up one sequence. Here is the first sequence. The second sequence. The third sequence. The fourth sequence. The fifth sequence. This stitch should be a single crochet increase, but we see only one V-shape in one hole. This means one single crochet was missed here. We need to undo the stitch on the left side of this stitch, and then redo it. This stitch needs to be kept. You can pinch the top V-shape of this stitch, or place a stitch marker on the top V-shape on the left side of the stitch. The stitch marker goes through one strand of the top V-shape. And do the stitches on the left side. Pull the working yarn. You'll see the loop getting smaller and smaller. The first loop disappears. Now there are 2 loops. This means a half stitch was undone. Keep pulling the working yarn. Only 1 loop left. 1 single crochet is undone. Keep pulling the working yarn. Now there's only 1 loop left with a stitch marker attached, which means all the stitches that needed to be undone have been removed. Remove the stitch marker. Put the crochet hook back into the loop. Hold the yarn on your hand. This should a single crochet increase. So, make 1 more single crochet in the same insertion point. Then continue to finish the rest stitches of round 5. The remaining stitches are now completed. Count the top V-shapes, there are 30. We won't demonstrate this part here, so please finish it yourself. Next, let's learn how to count rounds. From the stitch marker, look straight down. There is a crossover point. This full round is the first round. Second round. Third round. Fourth round. Fifth round. You can check if your number of rounds is correct by using this method. Insert the crochet hook back into loop, making sure the loop is smooth. Tighten the loop. If you have already mastered the methods of the basic stitches and understand how to read the diagrams, you can follow the diagrams to start your crocheting. How do you download the PDF of the diagrams? It's actually very simple. You need to go back to the page where you watch the videos in portrait mode. Then scroll up the page. You will see a download section on the page. Click it and the page will take you to the download page. Click the download section there. You will then get a PDF version of the diagrams. You can watch the diagrams directly on your phone or print it out. If you have any suggestions or questions, please contact us by email. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Next, from round 6 to round 11, these 6 rounds are all 30 single crochet with no increases or decreases. No increases or decreases means working one single crochet in each V shape formed in the previous round. There are no changes with increases or decreases. Round 6. The first single crochet. Move the stitch marker to the first stitch you just made. Make sure to put a stitch marker on the first stitch of each round. Without a stitch marker, it's tough to keep track of the stitch count in each round. The second one. The third single crochet. The fourth one. The fifth one. The sixth one. The seventh one. The eighth one. The ninth one. The 10th one. The 11th one. The 12th one. The 13th one. The 14th one. The 15th one. The 16th one. The 17th one. The 18th one. The 19th one. The stitch 20. The stitch 21. The stitch 22. The stitch 23. The stitch 24. The stitch 25. The stitch 26. The stitch 27. The stitch 28. The stitch 29. The stitch 30. 30 single crochet are completed. Count 30 top V-shapes. Make sure to check your stitch count after finishing each round. The side facing you is the front side of the fabric. This side facing you is the back side of the fabric. Let's turn the front side out to face us. Next, rounds 7 through 11. These 5 rounds. You can refer to the method of round 6 to finish these 5 rounds on your own. Rounds 6 to 11 are completed. Each round has 30 single crochet with no increases or decreases. Let's double check the number of rounds. Gently pull the loop on the crochet hook to make it bigger. Remove the crochet hook. Here in the middle, this raised circle is the first round. Second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, seventh round, eighth round, ninth round, 10th round, the 11th round. 11 rounds are finished. When you're crocheting multiple rounds without increases or decreases, make sure to check that the number of rounds is correct. There are 30 V-shapes at the top. Now, let's install the eyes. The eyes are installed between rounds 5 and 6, with a 5-stitch gap in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the dent between rounds 5 and 6. The eyes are installed between rounds 5 and 6. The materials pack includes these safety eyes. First, insert one eye anywhere between rounds 5 and 6. Double check the number of rounds again. Count 5 stitches to the other side. There's a 5-stitch gap between the two eyes. An increased stitch is counted as 2 stitches. 12,345. Insert the other eye between stitch 5 and stitch 6. Check if the eyes are positioned correctly. Count 5 stitches in the middle. The eyes are now installed. Flip to the back side of the fabric. On the back, you'll see the threaded stems of the safety eyes. Take the safety back pieces out of the materials pack. Push the safety back pieces onto the threaded stems. Once the safety back piece is secured, you'll see the eye won't easily slip off. On this side, where it's not attached, you can see a big gap between the fabric and the eye. It can be easily pulled out. Secure the safety back piece on this side to keep the eye from slipping off. This way, the safety back pieces for the eyes on both sides are secured. Flip to the front side of the fabric. Because safety eyes are not completely safe. If it's for kids to play with, you can embroider the eyes with yarn. Find the loop of the last stitch. Pull the working yarn to tighten the loop. Make sure the loop is flat, not twisted like this. Insert the crochet hook into the loop. Tighten the loop. There's a small gap between the loop and the crochet hook. The hook can move freely in the loop. Wrap the yarn around your hand. Round 12. To single crochet 1 increase into single crochet, make up 1 sequence. Repeat this sequence 6 times. 6 sequences will make 36 stitches. For the first sequence, start with 2 single crochet. Move the stitch marker to the left. The first single crochet. Move the stitch marker to the first single crochet. A second single crochet. Make an increase stitch in the next insertion point. First, make 1 single crochet. Then make another single crochet in the same stitch. One increased stitch is completed. Then to single crochet, the first single crochet. The second single crochet. To single crochet 1 increase into single crochet as 1 sequence. The first sequence is completed. From the top, you can see 6 V shapes. For the second sequence, start with 2 single crochet. The second one. If your crochet hook slips off, just reinsert it and keep crocheting. To single crochet are done. 1 increased stitch. Make 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. One increased stitch is done. 2 single crochet. The first one. The second one. The second sequence is done. For the third sequence, start with 2 single crochet. The second one. Then 1 increased stitch. Then 2 single crochet. The second one. 3 sequences are done. For the remaining 3 sequences, please refer to the 3 completed sequences and finish them yourself. 6 sequences are done. Round 12 is done. Count 36 top V shapes. Rounds 13 and 14 have 36 single crochet with no increases or decreases for each round. Round 13. The first single crochet. Attach the stitch marker on the first stitch. The second single crochet. The third stitch. The fourth stitch. The fifth stitch. The sixth stitch. We crochet 6 single crochet as a demonstration. Everyone, please finish the remaining single crochet for rounds 13 and 14 on your own. I believe everyone is already very familiar with single crochet after the earlier practice. Rounds 13 and 14 are now completed. Let's double check the rounds count. Here you can see an increase. This is round 12. Counting up, 2 rounds were done without any increases or decreases. This way, you don't have to start counting rounds from the very beginning. Counting the top, there are 36 V shapes. Round 15 has a sequence of 5 single crochet followed by 1 increased stitch. Repeat this sequence 6 times. 6 sequences will make 42 stitches. The first sequence starts with 5 single crochet. The first single crochet. Place the stitch marker on the first stitch you just made. Don't forget to place your stitch marker. If you forget the stitch marker, it will be hard to keep track of your stitch count for each round. The second one. The third one. The fourth one. The fifth one. Then 1 increased stitch. First, make 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Make another single crochet in the same stitch. The first sequence is completed. There are 7 top V shapes. The second sequence starts with 5 single crochet. The first one. The second one. The third one. The fourth one. The fifth one. Then 1 increased stitch. Here, we crochet 2 sequences as a demo. Use the first 2 sequences as a guide to finish the remaining 4 sequences on your own. 6 sequences are completed. Count 42 top V shapes. Rounds 16 to 18 are crocheted without increases or decreases, with 42 single crochet for each round. Round 16. the first single crochet. Attach the stitch marker on the first stitch. The second one. The third one. The fourth one. The fifth one. The sixth one. The way to make single crochet stitches is always the same. Everyone, please finish rounds 16 to 18 on your own. Now rounds 16 to 18 are done. Rounds 16 to 18 were crocheted without any increases or decreases. You can double check the rounds count again. There are 42 V-shapes at the top. Round 19. One sequence is 5 single crochet followed by 1 decrease stitch. Repeat this sequence 6 times. 6 sequences will make 36 stitches. Start the first sequence with 5 single crochet. The first single crochet. Move the stitch marker to the first stitch you just made. The second one. The third one. The fourth one. A fifth one. Five single crochet are done. Next, make a decrease stitch. A decrease stitch means combining 2 stitches into one. Let's learn the invisible decrease. The sewing needle goes through a whole V shape. It's divided into 2 loops front and back. The loop closer to us is the front loop. The loop farther from us is the back loop. For the invisible decrease, you need to put the front loops of 2 adjacent stitches onto the crochet hook. Combine these 2 stitches into one. The crochet hook first goes through one front loop. Then goes through the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. This completes a decrease stitch. We can see these 2 single crochet combined into 1 stitch. There are 6 V shapes at the top. The first sequence is completed. The second sequence. First, crochet 5 single crochet. Pulling the decrease stitch shows these 2 loops being pulled. This means these 2 loops are part of the decrease stitch. The insertion point for the next stitch is the V shape on the left side of these 2 loops. the first single crochet. The crochet hook needs to go through the complete V shape. The second single crochet. The third single crochet. The fourth single crochet. The fifth single crochet. A decrease stitch. The crochet hook goes through the next front loop. Then, goes through the front loop of the adjacent stitch. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook, then yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2 loops. A decrease stitch is completed. The second sequence is done. 5 single crochet for the third sequence. We also need to pay attention to the insertion point. The insertion point is here on the left side. A decrease stitch. The third sequence is completed. For the remaining 3 sequences, you can refer to the first 3 sequences and finish them on your own. 6 sequences are completed for round 19. There are 36 V shapes at the top. The stitch marker here is the first one. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 32nd, 33rd, 34th, 35th, 36th. There are 6 single crocheted decreases in total in round 19. 42 stitches minus 6 stitches equals 36 stitches. There are 36 V shapes at the top. In round 200 to single crochet and 1 single crochet decrease make up 1 sequence. Repeat this sequence 9 times. 9 sequences will make 27 stitches. The first sequence. 2 single crochet. The first one. Move the stitch marker to the first stitch you just made. The second one. A decrease stitch. The first sequence is completed. There are 3 V-shapes at the top. The second sequence, 2 single crochet. Pay attention to the hook insertion point of the first single crochet. The second single crochet. A decrease stitch. The second sequence is completed. Everyone, use the first 2 sequences as a reference to finish the remaining 7 sequences on your own. 9 sequences are completed. There are 27 top V-shapes. In round 21, 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet decrease make up 1 sequence. Repeat this sequence 9 times. 9 sequences will make 18 stitches. The first sequence starts with 1 single crochet. Attach the stitch marker on the first stitch. A decrease stitch. The first sequence is completed. The second sequence starts with 1 single crochet. A decrease stitch. The sequences are completed. You can refer to the first 2 sequences to complete the remaining 7 sequences on your own. 9 sequences are completed. Round 21 is done. Count 18 top V-shapes. Gently pull the loop on the crochet hook to make it bigger. Make this loop a bit bigger. This can avoid accidentally pulling the working yarn on and slipping the loop off. Take the stuffing cotton out of the materials pack. The stuffing is vacuum packed. This bag of stuffing can fill to little bears. Find the gap and tear open the package. Take out some of the stuffing. Since the stuffing was vacuum packed, you need to pull and fluff it up. Head the stuffing little by little, several times. Make sure the loop stays on the outside of the fabric. Stuff the fabric like this. But be careful not to push too hard or stuff it too tightly. You can see that stuffing it too tightly makes the eyelet bigger. Exposed stuffing inside will affect how it looks. We keep adding more stuffing little by little. You can finish adding the stuffing on your own. The video won't show the full process. Stuffing is added. Let's pinch the fabric to check the tightness. This is enough. If you like it firmer, you can add a little more stuffing. If you prefer it softer, you can add a little less stuffing. Feel free to adjust according to your own preference. But if you add too much stuffing, it might cause the stuffing in the kit to run out. Please adjust accordingly. Pull the working yarn to tighten the loop. Take out the crochet hook. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop. Keep pulling the working yarn to tighten the loop. The crochet hook can move freely in the loop. Wrap the yarn around your hand again. In round 22, work 9 single crochet decreases. During crocheting, the stuffing tends to poke out easily. You can use your index and middle fingers to hold the stuffing in place. Everyone, pick a method that you prefer. For the first decrease stitch, start by removing the stitch marker. When crocheting, be careful not to hook the stuffing with your crochet hook. The first decrease stitch is done. Make sure to place the stitch marker on the first stitch. The second decrease. The third one. Remember to press the stuffing with your fingers while crocheting. Here, we crocheted 3 decrease stitches. Please finish the remaining 6 decrease stitches on your own. All 9 decrease stitches are done. The hole left is still quite big. If you feel the stuffing isn't enough, you can still add more stuffing cotton. Pull the loop on the crochet hook bigger. Remove the hook. Leave about a 6-inch yarn tail. Cut the yarn. Pull the loop to pull out the yarn tail. Next, you need to tighten this hole. Find the yarn tail. Take the sewing needle out of the materials pack. Thread the yarn tail onto the sewing needle. Now let's see how to close the fabric. A sewing needle goes through the front loop of the first V shape. Pull the yarn tail out. Remove the stitch marker. Then go through the front loop of the second stitch. The third one. The fourth one. The fifth one. The sixth one. The seventh one. The eighth one. The ninth one. This way, we've threaded the front loops of all 9 stitches of the last round onto the yarn tail.
Pull the yarn tail.
The hole in the middle keeps getting smaller until it disappears. Insert the sewing needle back in for thin side the fabric to hide the yarn tail. Hiding the yarn tail is completed. Cut extra yarn tail. Pinch the fabric and the yarn tail will be tucked inside. The main body of the little bear is finished.